Hi, this is Ogres again, and this video review is on the WWE Royal Rumble 2022, or the 2022 Royal Rumble, which was live on the WWE Network here in Australia on January 30th, 2022, around 12 p.m. The date in the US was January 29th, 2022. Today's recording date is still January 31st, 2022. It's now 11:45 p.m. So, let's see. It was live from the Dome at the American Center in St. Louis, Missouri, and the official attendance was 44,390. A lot of people for a Royal Rumble. And this isn't one of my favorite Rumble events, by the way, because it was very underwhelming to me, and both Royal Rumble matches had horrible finishes, but I'll get into that soon. The first match on this, I guess it's called a premiere live event now. Not pay-per-view anymore. The first premiere live event was day one, which was over a month ago. But anyway, the opening match was Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns for the Universal title. The referee was Charles Robinson. Seth Rollins came out in the old Shield gear and came out to the old Shield music, so he was messing with Roman Reigns' head. So apparently Seth Rollins is a babyface in this match, which is weird, but whatever. But Seth Rollins ended up winning this match by DQ. Roman Reigns came out first as a champion. Seth Rollins came out last through the crowd with the old Shield gear, as I mentioned, and the old Shield music. The second match was the Women's Royal Rumble match. I'm not going to go through all of the entrants and eliminations, but I did write them down, so take a look if you are interested in the entrants and all the eliminations. Pause it if you're interested. And then that's the final four right there. So yeah, the final four for the Women's Royal Rumble were Bianca Belair, Charlotte Flair, Ronda Rousey, and Shayna Baszler. The only surprises in the Royal Rumble match itself were Michelle McCool. Was she already announced? I guess she was. I guess Cameron was kind of a surprise. Who else do we have? Ivory was another surprise, so that's two. But all the other ones that you would expect to be surprises were already announced. Alicia Fox she had already appeared in previous Women's Royal Rumble matches, but I guess she'd be a surprise. Sarah Logan was a surprise to me, so that's four surprises. And then Ronda Rousey, whether she was going to come or not, she was another surprise too. I think there was like 5 or 6 surprises, but they kind of ruined it by announcing all the other surprise entrants in the match. But what I liked about it was Mickie James coming out at number 20, and she had the Impact Knockouts title with her, so it made the Royal Rumble match feel more important than what it was. The final four again were Bianca Belair, Charlotte Flair, Ronda Rousey, and Shayna Baszler. Let's see, who eliminated who? Let me think. Who eliminated Bianca Belair? She came out at number 8. Okay, so Shayna Baszler and Bianca Belair, they both got eliminated by Charlotte Flair. I believe Charlotte Flair got... that overrated dummy. Yeah, she only got 3 eliminations in the whole Royal Rumble match. 4? Oh no, she eliminated Rhea Ripley. There you go. So 4, I think? Yeah, 4. But to me, the MVP of the Women's Royal Rumble match was Bianca Belair. And then not too far behind her, I think was... Who was another one? I hate to admit it, but yeah, it was Charlotte Flair. But yeah, the final 2 were Charlotte Flair and Ronda Rousey. But Ronda Rousey eliminated Charlotte Flair last, so she won the 2022 Women's Royal Rumble match. After, she's been gone for almost 3 years from the WWE. So yeah, so she will be in one of the title matches before the Raw or Smackdown Women's title at WrestleMania 38. It depends on where she goes. She's either going to go to Becky Lynch or Charlotte Flair. So let's see what happens at Elimination Chamber in regards to the Raw and Smackdown Women's titles. But yeah, and it was announced later on in the Royal Rumble, like after the 4th or 5th match. That Elimination Chamber is going to be on February 19th. So yeah, the third match, which I finally watched today, was Doudrop versus Becky Lynch for the Raw Women's title. Becky Lynch eventually won this match by pinfall and retained the Raw Women's title. The theme song for the Royal Rumble was Logic, Bowling by Logic, or Bowling. Match number 4 was Bobby Lashley with MVP versus Brock Lesnar with Paul Heyman for the WWE Championship. What's notable about this is the referee got knocked out a couple of times. The F5 took him out, and then Roman Reigns showed up and speared Brock Lesnar, and then Paul Heyman handed him the WWE title, and he knocked out Brock Lesnar with it. They left, and then a new referee came in, and then Bobby Lashley got the pin for the 1, 2, 3. So Bobby Lashley was supposed to be a face, but he wasn't a face. He came off as a tweener, and then he was. It's a heel thing to take advantage of that, so he was more of a heel. So he won the match by pinfall and won the WWE title for the second time. Paul Heyman left with Roman Reigns, so they're back together. So he basically screwed Brock Lesnar out of the WWE title. So yeah, I think the announcement for the Elimination Chamber was after this match or after the upcoming match, I forget. Because I don't have it written down. But I wrote it in my diary earlier. So, if you don't believe me, I've got it written down. It's right here. Now, I've got it on the 20th because it won't air in Australia until that date. But yeah, the actual date in the US is February 19th. But anyway, match number 5 was The Miz and Maurice versus Edge and Beth Phoenix. Maurice actually pulled off some cool moves in this match. But yeah, Edge and Beth Phoenix won by pinfall. Yeah, so the matches I had to rewatch because I missed them were the opening match and then the Women's Royal Rumble match earlier today. No, yesterday I think it was. Yesterday? No, earlier this morning. And then several hours ago, I forget when I finished watching it. I think it was 4 or 5 hours ago, something like that. Over 5 hours ago, I think. I finished watching the 3 matches that I missed yesterday live, so I watched the replay of this. Yeah, and then we have the main event, match number 6, the Men's Royal Rumble match, which was the main event. And I've got all of the eliminations here, which I wrote just a few hours ago. All the entrants and eliminations. I don't know if you can see that. And then the final 4, final 2 I wrote on the bottom there. Pause it if you want to watch, see who was the entrants. But yeah, the final 4 were Riddle, Drew McIntyre, Shane McMahon, and the surprise entrant at number 30. Well, not surprise, but he came in at number 30, Brock Lesnar. So the only surprises really in this match were Johnny Knoxville. He was already announced, but he was a big one. Johnny Knoxville. I think Bad Bunny was the other surprise entrant, so that's 2. So it was very underwhelming to me, this Royal Rumble match, but I'll get into that in a minute. So the final 2 were Drew McIntyre and Brock Lesnar. So repeat of what happened at the 2020 Men's Royal Rumble match, which I actually want to go back and watch that 2020 Royal Rumble pay-per-view tomorrow. I'm going to cover that on my channel this week because I don't think I've covered that on my channel. Because I started covering all the WWE pay-per-views when the pandemic started. So WrestleMania 36 was where I started. So I'm going to go back and watch that and then review it. And then Super Showdown and Elimination Chamber from 2020 I don't think I've reviewed yet, so I'll do those as well. But yeah, I got to get through some AEW shows first. So yeah, it came down to the final 2 of Drew McIntyre and Brock Lesnar, and then Brock Lesnar eliminated Drew McIntyre with an F5 over the top rope. I was kind of happy that he won the Royal Rumble for the second time. It was the longest in between Royal Rumble wins. 19 years since he last won his first Royal Rumble match. So, you could have had someone else. He could have just been inserted into the Universal Title match with Roman Reigns again. You could have just done that at Elimination Chamber instead of the Royal Rumble. To me, there was 2 choices I had for the Royal Rumble to win. Randy Orton, no, AJ Styles should have been in the final four. He got screwed, in my opinion. Kevin Owens should have definitely been in the final four. And then I would have put like Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton. I would have done that as my final four. AJ Styles, Kevin Owens, Randy Orton, and Drew McIntyre. What do you think? And then I would have had the final two as, if Styles gets eliminated, I would have had... Who would have I have had in the final two? It's a tricky one. AJ Styles was number one. How far did AJ Styles get before he was eliminated? He got up to here. Okay, yeah. Yeah, he should have got up to the final four. Maybe Randy Orton or... No, Drew McIntyre eliminates AJ Styles. And then who are the three that are left? Orton, McIntyre, and Owens. Oh yeah, that's right. Then I would have had Randy Orton eliminate Owens. I would have had Orton and Drew McIntyre as the final two. And I would have had Orton win his third Royal Rumble. I would have had Orton win it again. Because I don't think they were going to let Styles and what's his name, Kevin Owens win it again. But anyway, that's my thoughts on the 2022 Royal Rumble. Very underwhelming. I don't know. Just when I watched the men's Royal Rumble live yesterday, it didn't really do much for me. It felt like a middle of the road match, like a 5 out of 4 or 5 out of 10. The first two matches I watched earlier today, they were very, very good. So they bumped it up back to a 6, and then it went back down to 5 after the WWE Title Match, I think. Yeah. So for me, the Royal Rumble was a middle of the road pay-per-view, 5 out of 10. Yeah, 5 out of 10 in terms of the score. Now, in terms of a grade, what should I give it in terms of a grade? Let's have a look. No. I've got to turn this on. Sorry, guys. Alright. Royal Rumble 2022 results. Alright, so I thought the opening match was good until the DQ finish, so about a 7 out of 10 for me. The Women's Royal Rumble match was decent for what it was until the finish. It was about a 6.5 out of 10 for me. Royal Women's title match was actually good. I was very surprised at how good it was. Oh, sorry, you can't see me. Yeah, how good it was. Well, I can't see the screen, sorry. I'll give it a 7 out of 10 for that match. The WWE title match was good to decent. About a 6 out of 10. The tag team match was actually pretty decent. I'd probably give that about a 7 out of 10. The men's Royal Rumble match was really, really bad. It was just the average Royal Rumble until the finish. 5 out of 10. Alright, so let's add that up. Alright, where is it? What should I give it as a grade? Okay, so the opening match got an A-. I would probably give it a B- myself personally because of the finish. The women's Rumble match, Royal Rumble match, I would grade it a... Actually, I'd agree with that, yeah, C. And I gave it 6 out of 10. Alright, what was after that? The Raw Women's title match. And I may be recording past midnight, so this will go into February 1st, 2022. The Raw Women's title match was actually very good. I'd give it a B, like it says there as well. And then the WWE title match, I gave that... actually, that's a 7 out of 10, not a 6. I would give that a B+. And then the tag team match... I would actually give it a C for that. not a C plus as it says there. And then the men's Rumble match, I would give that a D minus. It was very, very bad. So E, it's barely passable. I was this close to giving it an F. The only reason I give it an F was because I don't mind Brock winning, but it just, the final four didn't feel right. So as an overall grade, what would I give this Royal Rumble? As an overall grade, for load, that alright, it doesn't say it there. I would grade this Royal Rumble a D minus overall. It was probably one of my least favorite Royal Rumbles in the last 20 years, and that's going back a fair way. So yeah, that's my review of the 2022 Royal Rumble. I've been recording for over 15 minutes. Okay, so this will be uploaded just after midnight on February 1st, 2022. My favorite match of the whole show was actually the opening match for the Universal title, and that was the highest grade I gave it. No, the highest grade I gave was the Raw Women's title match. This was a close second. So yeah, and actually I'll be right back. Actually no, I need to keep recording. So yeah, my favorite match of the whole show was the Universal title match until the crappy DQ finish, which had to be done for the storyline purpose. And then my second favorite match was probably the Raw Women's title match or the WWE title match. But yeah, let me know what you thought about my review of the 2022 Royal Rumble in the comments section below. Like my video and subscribe to my channel. My next video review will be on the January 31st, 2002 Smackdown episode. I'm probably going to record that before I go to sleep because I don't want to skip it today, because I did kind of fall behind on the Raw review. But yeah, this has been Ogres. Peace out.